from New York. Let's break some up. You're listening to Shatter the Glass with your sister from another mister, Yonne.
Listen. Let's get this party started tonight. Hello, Instagram. Listen. All right. So y'all know I just came off of, if you've been following me, of a business conference high. And so I'm high off this entrepreneur life. But, and it's perfect timing because tonight's guest is everything. She's AKA my Texas mom. Let's start there. Okay, that's one. But I know that she is going to drop the nuggets that you guys need for your whole life. Okay, when I think of all the different things that are happening out here for businesses in this time frame, wins and deposits in your account, is because you're missing something in your business. And so you need to revisit your structure, your paperwork, or something. And so Texas mom, y'all can't call her that. That's my name for her. Y'all have to call her Dr. Cassandra. We are about to have this very, very in-depth conversation to get y'all all the way together. I'm also going to tell y'all that Mama got a conference in July, and July 15th is the date. You hear what I said? Now, I don't know the location, so I'm going to ask, but the date is July 15th, and I believe it is in Texas. So get your Deltas, get your American Airlines. Don't you get your Jet Blues. We not. I don't think nobody should do Spirit. I'm just say that we don't do that. And there was another one that's not that good. Yeah, don't take them either, because we want you to actually make it to Texas. Don't do that. All right. So without further ado, I want to bring up Texas Mom.
My baby.
Yes. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm high off a conference. You know these conferences, they put you in the spirit, honey, where you feel like you could take over the world, and you like, I'm gonna do that for my business. I'm gonna conquer it.
I think we all need to go to conferences. It's always something that triggers an idea, a thought, a movement. It triggers something down in your spirit that makes you remember why you became an entrepreneur in the first place.
Yes. And I will also say something too that you have always said to me and taught me from years ago is your network is also your relationships is currency. I want.
Relational currency, yes.
And so relationship currency or relational currency is super important because you don't know everything and you don't know who you may meet, like she said, at these conferences, who can be of service to you or you of service to them, because you could be drumming up new business too, depending on what you got. And this weekend, I definitely seen a wife and husband duo hit that 7 figure mark doing t-shirts. And so
Wow.
I know it's possible for anybody else that's doing anything else. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm
Yep.
gonna say. But anyway, let's get into it. Oh, you just look so beautiful. All right. So I'm opening up this gate. Um, introduce yourself and tell us how and why you became an entrepreneur.
Okay, I am Dr. Cassandra Bradford. I hail from Dallas, Texas, and I'm the owner of Genesis Preferred Solutions. We are a niche certification agency. We're nationwide. We also handle your business development needs. And so, what made me become an entrepreneur is because I was pushed out of corporate America. That's what made me become an entrepreneur. I was working in corporate America. I was a regional VP. I was happy. I was exceeding goals, had a great team, and all of a sudden I got pushed out. And I wasn't ready, of course. I loved my corporate job, and I had to pivot. And one of my mentors told me to start my own business, and I told him all the reasons why I couldn't. You know, I'm a woman in a male-dominated industry. I'm the first woman in my role. I'm a black woman. I'm a single parent. I was all of those things, and he just hung up the phone on me and
No.
started my own business. Yeah, started my own business, and I've never looked back since. I don't think. I mean, I just love working for myself. I love working for my clients, is who I work for. And I love helping small business. And it's, sometimes it bleed over into the personal life. And I have to remember this is work. I gotta stop. So I absolutely love being a business owner. I love putting in the sweat equity into my own business. And I love meeting small businesses like yours that are doing phenomenally. You guys are, man, if I was as smart as you, Yanni, I'm telling you, I'd take over the world.
No, no, no. Listen, I'm still learning because, at the end of the day, it's always still something else to do, something to learn. Oh, I forgot I've been put myself back up here with you. Hold on. And so, you know, thank you for that. But I know I am still a baby in these business streets.
You ain't no baby girl. You got something to teach all of us.
Ah, well,
We
I
need to
will.
wait a minute, Yanni. We need to know how to get in these business streets. It's so many people become a business owner, and we don't want to build relationships. We don't want to go nowhere. We don't want to hunt for clients. We don't want to do anything. We
That's
just want everything handed to us on a silver platter while we sit at home making up rules that someone told us were good.
yeah, that part, and the fact that we do have to do better with some of our networking and stuff, but also don't be afraid to ask questions. Like there's nothing embarrassing about asking questions in a space that you don't know. And
Yes.
so, finding a way to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, if
Hmm.
that made any sense. But you know, I'm still taking it all in. I'm still taking it all in. And starting this season of this podcast stuff is all new. I'm just venturing out and just trying new stuff.
But you're doing it.
I'm a
You're
teenager
doing
now. All right, so I won't say I'm a baby in these business. I'm a teenager trying to make it work.
it.
Listen, Instagram, y'all gonna have to figure out how to make y'all way over to YouTube, okay? Because YouTube is back up, and so we only gonna do a couple nuggets here, and then you got to make your way over there. So I'm just telling y'all in advance before we really get into diving deep. All right, mom. So, what inspired you to be like this business mentor you are? And before you answer that, I still got to give you some props. My girl is bad, okay? Listen, when we first met, we were at somebody else's conference,
Hmm.
and it was a group of us ladies. Was like, we
They
want to know
kidnapped me. They kidnapped me.
We want to know her. We want to be with her. And we going to go sit with her. And the next thing I know, we had her all to ourselves in the hotel room. That
They
don't sound
kidnapped me. It was
right. No, that
kidnapped.
part don't sound right. But it was the best ever. And I love so many of those women from that night. And I'm still
Hmm.
cool and in contact with those same women. Some closer than others, but
Hmm.
still the relationship is there. We all know how to find each other if we need each other.
Yes.
And so what inspires you to be that person for others?
Well, I'm always for the little man, right? I don't like, when people are they have questions. It's almost like a baby chick that has his mouth open and it goes to the mama for the worm, and the mama doesn't give the worm, right? So I'm like, listen, these young ladies came to get something, And I don't know everything, but I'm going to pour into them what I know. And I'm still the same way to this very day. I am all about helping small business. We even have in my mentoring program, we have an Eco Nation system where we are mandated to help each other. So it's a part of our tribe group. I have it's called Run Society. We're a tribe, women all over the world, and we have to help. We will pick a number every year. If your number, let's say, is 7, that means that's July. The whole month of July is all about Yane. So that year is about promoting Yane's events or whatever Yane got going on. It's all about her. And so I love it. And I love the tribe that we have become over the years. We keep evolving. And so I absolutely love it. And so, yeah.
Okay, okay. And so, all right, my next question is, um, you talk, well, before I go there, let me ask you about being an author, because you're not just the author, you are an international best-selling author. What was that journey like, and what got you into the writing of the pen? Because that's what I call it now. I'm just like, oh, there's a lot of people writing with the pens now. What inspired you to get into that lane?
Well, my very first book was called God's Little Book of Business, and it was just only supposed to be like a little guide for new business owners, like which structure is the best, where to go get an EIN number, all of these little basic things. That was my very first book. My second book is what became a Amazon bestseller, and it was The Power of Cake. And it talks about how we need to do things that we love to do, because if not, it becomes a business. I mean, it becomes a job. So
Yeah.
we should be doing things that we absolutely love. And anybody knows me know I love to eat cake. I eat cake every day. And so it just talks about what we love to do. And so I love writing. I mean, I write in my down season, or what I do is I find the problem. And if I feel that I have the answer to that problem based on my experiences and my know-how, then I'll write a book about it. It doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes I'll get the headache part and I'll write that first, and then I'll get inspired by the book cover, and then I go on another journey. But I love writing. It's soothing
Yeah.
for me. It's soothing for me. And so when you become a subject matter expert on something, it just makes it a little bit easier because you already know the content.
That's true. That is so true. You have how many books?
12.
12. 12. Oh my God. Oh my God. 12. Lord, I ain't mad at you.
I have 12 of
12. Woo! Listen, I'm gonna give you the glass for that.
them.
All right. Now I'm going into where I wanted to go. You speak a lot on people getting contracts with the government. Like, let me take a deep breath because this is a lot. What is your method, or a good method for entrepreneurs to learn into getting into the contract game?
Well, the government buys everything. And so there's nothing that you're selling that the government is not buying. I mean, they buy black hair care products. I mean, black hair care services, because they don't want the children to go through adoption or foster care or go to court and their hair is not combed. It's a misrepresentation. And so every city in the United States has that program, has that contract. And so the government, I mean, they buy t-shirts. You talked about t-shirts earlier. They buy tons of t-shirts. I mean, right now DJs are hot. If I'm telling you, DJs are hot. Even my DJ told me July 13th for your event, I'm in Dubai. I got a federal contract. I'm like, they partying in Dubai like this? So yeah, DJs are hot.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait, wait. Wait. The DJ
DJs are
got a
hot,
federal
girl.
contract.
Oh, girl, yeah, DJs are hot right now. If you can fly a drone, you can do, of course, information technology is always on point.
Yeah.
You got the infrastructure bill, so construction services, and it's not just construction service. You got to remember there's the professional side of that infrastructure, but somebody got to do those 1099s. Somebody got to write the affirmative action plan. Yes, affirmative action plans are still required to respond to any contract. So all of these services are still needed. If you're in marketing, the signs on the freeway, if you have a lawn care, the grass got to be cut. If you are a realtor, as you know, they're taking homes and buildings and
Yeah.
yeah, they're taking your home in eminent domain, and they got to find you another house. So realtors are hot right now. So it is so
Wait,
much.
wait, wait, wait. No, slow down. I got the process. So you mean even the realtors can get a
Mhm.
government contract?
Oh yeah, attorneys, insurance claims adjusters, insurance agents, they buy health care. Most cities are self-insured, right? So, I mean, home health care nurses are big. Mental health is big
Mental
right
health.
now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, educational consultants. And that's two part. It could be those stay-at-home moms that have to have it in certain states and cities have to have an educational consultant that they have to go to for their homeschool. And then trying, those educational consultants that are talking to kids that are going into college or trade, because a lot of high schools have taken trades out of high school. If you're an entrepreneur and you can teach how to run a successful hair salon, it doesn't matter. If you can teach how that small business can be successful, you have your unemployment office, you got Job Corps, you got the Bureau of Prisons, they will buy your courses. So it's just amazing what's out right now. It's so much out. I was watching the game earlier and I got an email. I'm like, this is crazy, all of this stuff. Somebody just to mulch trees. Can you imagine? Just, put the trees in a little mulcher, the little eater. It's so much opportunity out there. They're looking for people to sell eyeglasses for low income family, just the frames, right? So they're looking for you to create this whole drive where you're collecting eyeglasses. It's crazy. It's a lot right now. It's a lot of stuff going on. So I love it.
Wow. Okay, so I totally got kicked off. Don't know how. I don't know how there's two of me. I'm
Two of you. I thought you
like,
had a twin, girl.
I'm
I'm like, who
sitting
is
here
that?
like
Yane and
this.
Na. What's going on?
Like, what?
Well, we're gonna figure out which one is gonna come back on here. So I'm just gonna keep talking until the real Yane stands up on this podcast. So we are shattering
Go
the
ahead and
glass
yourself out.
ceiling.
That
There
was
you
weird.
go.
I've
There
never
you
had
go.
that
There
before,
you
but
go.
all right, there we go. I don't know what that is. That is crazy. Um, I am still stuck on these all these different people that can get contracts.
So you're frozen on me, Yane. There you go. There you go. You were frozen on me there for a second, Yane. You keep getting kicked out. So we're gonna keep on moving with this podcast until she come back on the air because I still see the clock ticking. So I'm gonna keep talking until I see Yane's beautiful face. But audience, there are so many contracts out there. Like we said, information technology, HR services,
What's
tax
happening?
prep. There you go. I don't know where you're going, Yane, but tax prep services, it's just so much opportunity out there. We just got to make sure that we are in a position where we can receive them. So just like New York or any other state, you have to be certified. There's a process of getting you certified. So yeah, you want to be a certified minority-owned business, a certified woman-owned business, a certified disadvantaged business. There you go.
Whew.
You doing the I Dream of Genie trick on
Yes.
me. I just keep talking until you come back.
But I appreciate it because I know you got the content. So listen, you got all the stuff that everybody need. Okay. I don't know what is happening here. I said, where did she go? But I could see you and hear you and then faded out. But that's all right. We gonna keep rolling, keep rolling. All right. So how does one set themselves up to get these contracts? Like
So
you just
you
call your
first got to
state?
get certified. No, you first got to get certified. Every state there's paperwork. I know in New York, you guys qualify for a minority-owned, woman-owned, or a disadvantaged business. Disadvantaged business are statewide
Oh.
opportunities. And so you definitely want to get certified. There's a minimum of 28 documents that you have to submit in order to get certified. If you have a partner, it's about 32 documents. Always 3-year personal tax returns. They want to make sure, of course, they have to make sure that you are a minority or a woman. They have to make sure that you're a resident of your state because they have to prove your state first. They have
Mm-hmm.
to prove that that you are in business. So all your certificate of filing, certificate of formations, business, banking, signature card. They want to make sure you have a business bank account. Certain cities will ACH payments. Certain entities just want to make sure that you have a business bank account set up. So that's just the small stuff. I mean, when people say I can't find my birth certificate, I'm like, order it.
Yeah.
That's an excuse. It's not a reason. It's an excuse.
Mhm.
So everybody should know. If you don't have a driver's license, you have an ID.
Yeah.
So if you haven't filed taxes, you got to file taxes. We all have to file tax returns.
Yes, please do not play with those at the IRS.
Now Yane, we love the alphabets, but when they sit together in church, that's when we get nervous because we don't like when IRS sit together, FBI, CIA. We need them to stay separate. We need them to go to separate corners on the playground.
And that is so true. Like this, just certain letters you don't even want to head together. Like,
Mm,
no, please have a seat right there. Don't move. Don't touch nothing.
no, sit on your hands.
Sit
We
on
don't need y'all touching nothing. Stop being friends.
Oh my God. Okay. And so now let me ask you, you started this movement of the Women's Run Conference. How did you start that, or what inspired you to do that? Because that's a big deal.
Well, we're celebrating our 11th year this year, Yane, and it's not even a women's conference anymore because we run our mouths. We go home and tell the men everything. So now it's an entrepreneur conference. But I really, because the glass ceiling was my fight when I worked in corporate America. Even if you look at what's happening today, there are more than ever, Black women are starting the most businesses right now. However, we're still paid 60% less than our white female counterparts. But when you look at opportunities that are available, whether it's for minorities, well, the ARPA says, minority-owned businesses in marginalized communities. That's the exact language as it says. There are programs out, whether it's lending opportunities or there's not a lot of grants, but there's a lot of lending opportunities. You hear, um, we want to give you access to capital. I did a conference yesterday, and like we got access to capital, we just don't have the code to the safe. That's not what we need. We need to be lend ready.
Ah!
I know how to get to the bank. Now I know where the bank is. I can walk into the bank, but if you give me the code to the vault, then that's giving me access to capital. That's
Yeah.
not what you're doing. What you need to do is make sure that we are lend ready. And so there's a lot of those programs because they accepted the federal money, right? They
Right.
accepted the ARPA funds. So they're mandated to giving out loans or lines of credit to minority and women owned business. One of the entities that we've been working really close with, and I'm really proud to say, is Lendistry. Lendistry is a Black-owned financial institution. As a matter of fact, they're the largest Black-owned financial institution in the United States. And so if you even have a contract, they will allow you to borrow against that contract. Almost like, yeah. So yeah, they go, well, we know the money's coming in from the city or the state or wherever you're getting this opportunity. So we know that you're gonna have the money to pay us back. So what they will allow you to borrow against that contract. And so Lendistry is real sweet right now. I'm really digging what they're doing for a small minority business. So if you're looking for a way to get access to capital, that is one of the institutions that I will put my little stamp of approval on right now. And I
Wow.
don't do that often.
Right. That's true. I know that. So yeah. Oh, that's wow. Now, are they only in Texas?
No, they're nationwide. Now I know they have an office in California. I do know they have an office here in Dallas, but they are a nationwide firm. So yeah.
Oh, well, people check that out. Those of y'all with legit paperwork businesses now. I don't
Not
want
these
to
bootleg, but not
hear
this bootleg business.
please be legit before you go to anybody's banking institution because they are going to require documents. So,
Yeah,
don't embarrass.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so then, all right, so let's get back to Run's conference. But it's still called Run's Women's
It's
Conference, right?
called the Run Entrepreneurial Conference now. You got to
Oh,
keep up with the
I
Run
gotta
Entrepreneurial Conference.
let me.
Last year, we did a big emphasis in the trucking community. Why? Because Black women between the ages of 21 and 32 are making 6 and 7 figures, never being behind the wheel of a truck, right? They're dispatchers, freight brokers, and these young women are killing the game. And so, yeah, so if you say, okay, where can I make some money? Everything is being transported. So they need to know how it's going to get from point A to point B. So your dispatchers and who's negotiating that freight. So you got your freight brokers, and they're doing business by land, air, and sea. So it's not just trucking. They're moving stuff by barges, by girl, look, I'm gonna tell you, there are some brothers, I think they're out of New York or Atlanta, they're buying airplanes. I'm like, these brothers are 36 years old buying airplanes. Girl, I feel like I want to be their mamas. I'm up there trying to look, I'm your new mama. Come on over here. Because I'm proud of them. I'm very proud of them. So yeah, so
Wow.
we are doing it. We are killing the game. And so when we are looking at small business, we got to look at we are not just, in the kitchen frying chicken and combing hair anymore. We are infiltrating the ports and the airways, and girl, we're doing it. I'm so proud to be a minority right now. It doesn't even make sense. I'm proud to be a woman on business right now. It is amazing how the times have changed.
Yeah. It's but okay. Okay. So wait. I'm having okay because I'm about to get the flutters of excitement all over again. So these women are owning truck companies,
Yeah,
but they have never driven a truck.
they don't have to drive. They're doing dispatching, girl. They're dispatching the drivers to go from A to B. They're making sure that they got full loads. They're letting them know when they get to that 11th hour because they can't drive. They have to be at a hotel. They have to rest for so many hours. So they're along that journey. They got to make sure they get their hours of sleep in, right? Because that black box got to turn off and then turn back on. So they're doing it, girl. They're negotiating freight. They're like, wait a minute, we ain't moving after that. We're gonna move it for this. If you want it over there, girl, they're out at the ports. They're doing it. It is
Wow.
amazing. I love it.
Wow. It was something too I had learned from listening to somebody else's podcast. This guy was talking about like this healthcare staff and stuff.
Hmm.
And so I guess him and his wife started a staffing agency,
Hmm.
and they've hit their seven-figure mark as well because of the demand. And then they did their research though, because they were able to find out about, I guess, people who receive Medicaid and whatever other little services that are out there that their company was able to use financially to get the people to hire, of course, to go over to these people's homes and stuff.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
they worked with a lot of families who have disabled children,
Hmm.
so to speak. And so this way it gives the parents room to breathe and take care of things and know that this person is in their home providing for their child, and they can keep a watch also on the person that's
Hmm.
there with them.
Yes.
I was like, I never even thought of that, because he was like, it cost it, they had no overhead. And so I was
Hmm.
sitting there like, how come they don't have overhead? But they're literally, it's a phone call, an email,
Hmm.
couple background checks. Okay, you go there, you go there, you go there. And I was just like, huh, interesting space.
No, I'll tell you right now, ankle monitoring services are good. I'm like, I need to do some research. Man, there, I
Uh,
didn't know that those
Wait,
have been,
did you
yeah,
say ankle
ankle monitor.
monitoring?
Yes,
I'm
girl,
writing it
look.
down. I'm writing it down. First of all, let's just be clear. Those of you who will catch this on the after side, come with your pen and notebook. I told y'all that already. Because I mean, if you don't, you're just gonna be missing these nuggets. That's it. That's just that. Now, talk to me about this ankle monitoring. Because why are they telling?
Well, you have a lot of people that, some jails are crowded. In Texas, we build jails for fun, but they will let you, even in the youth, it starts at the age of what, 10 and up, here in Texas, and you have to pay for your own ankle monitoring. And so I was at a client's office, and I'm like, what is going on next door? People going in and out. She said, that's an ankle monitoring company. I'm like, well, how much do they have to pay for their own ankle monitor? Girl, she said something like $3,200. Hold on, there's been 10 people in the last hour time. Okay, wait a minute. Let me count on my fingers and toes how much money. I need to be right across from the jail. That's where I need to be. It just blew my mind that yeah, it's a lot of, but girls, so much opportunity out here. We just got to do what we love to do. You know what I'm saying? If that's your passion, you want more, more folks to, serve out their sins at home so they can be contributors to society, right? And that's your
Yeah.
passion, that's your call. Well, to do that, some of them got to be on ankle monitors and they have to pay for their own monitors.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have never heard such a thing. You get blessed with that. Wait a minute. And I'm stuck at 3,200. Not $32. You said 3,200.
$200. So you go 3,200 times 10 in the last hour. How much money am I making during the day? I'm in the wrong business. But it's man, I'm telling you, y'all, it is so much opportunity out here. Do what you love to do. That's what you love doing. Do it.
Yeah. Yeah. That wow. That is mind blowing. Oh my God. Okay. So wait a minute. All right. What can people look towards or learn at the Run Entrepreneur Conference from you this year?
Man, July 15th in Dallas, Texas is where y'all need
Yeah.
to be. I'm telling you, the Run Conference or the Run Entrepreneur Conference, yes, we are going to have an emphasis again this year in the trucking industry. But man, we have Dion Rambo out of Los Angeles that are doing some amazing things in the contracting space. So he and I are going to be these superpowers that we're going to be working together, how to do business with the Super Bowl, how to do business with World Cup that's coming to the United States in 2026. So we are out here just it's going to be amazing. We have Tiana White with Pretty Mother Truckers. Man, these women, y'all better be on the lookout for their TV show coming up. But these are about women empowerment in the trucking industry. They're like, hey, this is, even though we are women driving trucks, girl, I'm gonna tell you something, girl, nails done. They got chandeliers in the truck. Girl, everything is bling bling. You walk in, they got pink oriental rugs on the floor and pink comforters. I mean, everything they do is blinged out. I'm like, these, and I'm telling you, they know the game. They're just not out there being cute because, they got some pink lipstick on and they behind the wheel of the truck. They're owning like 4 and 5 trucks a piece.
Wow.
They are killing the game. And so they're called, if you follow them on Instagram, they're called Pretty Mother Truckers. Yeah, they're beautiful women. And they don't just own one truck. They're owning 4 and 5. And Tiana White, I think she is the leader on that. She has about 4 or 5 trucks on her own, but she'll be coming back as one of our trucker. We got folks that's going to be talking about compliance. We have folks talking about marketing, all of this automation
Yeah.
that we need to get into. Man, we're killing. I'm telling you, it is going to be amazing. It's one day this year. It's a 1 day conference, but
What?
we have how to do business over in Dubai. How to change your area code into a country code. That's yeah. That's my girl, Wendy Alexander, and talks about how to do business over in Dubai and get paid. And so, hey, if you want to go global, let's go global for real, y'all.
Wait, hold on. There- I'm trying to figure out how to grab all these nuggets that just came flying in the air. Okay, hold on. Let's recap. I'm still stuck on ankle monitoring. Don't like wait. All right. So we have women owned truck driving companies.
Yeah.
Women with their own trucks.
Oh,
Then y'all
yes.
are talking about compliance and marketing and automation, how to do business in Dubai, how to do business with the World Cup, how to do business with the stadiums. I mean, I'm feeling I'm feeling high again. Wait a minute,
I'm
wait.
like, look, if y'all want to grow, let's grow for real. Let's stop all this playing. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop. Can I say something? Can I
Yes,
just say,
yeah,
I was asked, I did an event the other day, and someone asked me, what is one of those pet peeves you have? I'm like, I'm all about growing business, but when people, how people lock you in the car or lock you in, they want to ask you all these free questions. And it reminds me of when I was in college. You remember when you was in college, y'all name guy call you in the middle of the night, you say all them little sweet things in your ear, and next thing you know, you done jumped in some clothes and you got a little overnight bag and you go over there. So basically, you're a booty call business. You just giving it away. That's all you're doing. That's the same thing you did in college. Some of y'all still doing it. But you know,
I'm done. I'm done.
you know,
I'm
we
done.
still doing it to this very day. People like, well, just tell me you went to that conference down there, you paid the money, but come tell me what they said for free. And you're like, is this a booty call? I am not a booty call brand. Don't do that to me. Right? I am not going to give it all away. This is people pay me for this. So if you can get paid for what you're doing,
Yes,
stop giving it away. Monetize what you're doing. Make sure you love what you do, like we do, right? And
yes.
just make sure that we're monetizing. Make sure that we have done our competitive analysis and our marketing research so we know what to charge, right? So we're just not out, well, you're gonna pay me $50,000, $11,000 for this. You're like, well, nobody else is charging 50, 11,000. So make sure that we're really out doing real business, not bootleg business, y'all.
I'm
We
writing
want to do some
that down.
real
Do
business.
real business, not bootleg business. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just like, whoa. That booty call business. Ah, said it like a mama. Said it like a mama. Tell the truth like a mama. Oh my God. All right. Wow, that's a lot. That is exciting. And it's December 15th.
It's
Okay.
July 15th, July
July
15th
15th. I'm sorry. I don't know
in
where it is.
Dallas, Texas. And
July
if you want to know
15th.
more about it, you can go to runconference.org.
Let me put
It's
that
on the
right on
website, runconference.org. We are getting, girl, we started planning last year. And
there.
so we are getting everything together. We are so excited about Run Conference and what we're doing. And it's amazing. And I'm honored to still be standing 11 years with Run Conference and just really pushing entrepreneurs. How can we push them forward? What kind of support can we give them to move forward? And so
Yes.
it's all about helping each other. And I believe, I was taught this years ago. If you do a favor for someone, you always leave a favor in a favor bank. That means someone will always owe you a favor. So yeah.
Ooh, you just still keep doing it and doing it. Oh my God. Wow. I am like, okay, whew, that's a lot. That is a lot. So now, okay, let me ask you this. When is a time on your journey that you shattered the glass?
Um, I did it when I worked in corporate America, by being the only woman in my industry doing what I was doing. I always tell people I was a crash test dummy, but I was a biomechanical engineer in kinematics and helping insurance companies to determine real values of cases. And so I did that then, and even now when we're talking about changing the trajectory of how small business, especially minority business, is seen and heard, is to make sure that we're holding the government accountable for that 40% participation. And it's not just government. We say government, but you got Toyota, GM, you
Mm-hmm.
got anything Warren Buffett owns, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, all of them, they have to use a Starbucks, Walmart, Target, Kroger, they all have to use 40% minority owned business. 7-Eleven. I love working with 7-Eleven. So when you're looking at doing business with any entity, whether it's a Fortune 500 company or whether it's a government, I've been a snitch since I was, 4 or 5 years old. I had brothers. So I'm still snitching on the government. I get paid now to snitch. But I'm out here fighting in these streets, Yanni, making sure that these governments are doing what they say they're going to do. And it's not so much for me, it's for small business everywhere. I think if one of us win, we all win.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, you know me. I call Jerry Jones a pimp on television. So the owner of the Cowboys. So I feel that
Yes.
if he can get a meeting with me, and I'm like, listen, it's all about small business. We are the backbone to the U.S. economy. And so when we flourish, our economy flourish. And if you know anything, well, we're not going to get into all that, but we need to flourish and we need to make sure that we are legal businesses and we need to know how to play the game.
Yes.
So when we can't even get the loans and the credit because we didn't keep financial records, right? So now let's do better. So if the money is truly set aside for us, then let's do our part to get the money so they can't say no.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm at. I'm like, yeah, let's make sure that we're holding their feet to the fire. But first, before you point fingers at them, you got to point the finger back at yourself. Am I doing right? Am I paying my taxes? Am I keeping good financial records, right? Am
Mm-hmm.
I creating business credit? How is my business credit? Now, let me hold these agencies and these banks, let me hold their feet to the fire. And so yeah, that's how you
Yeah.
do that.
So now, okay, this question's off script. Do you know if anyone like started? Do you know anyone in your circle that started like apprenticeships? Excuse me.
That started apprenticeship programs.
Yes, apprenticeships.
Oh, girl, yeah. I mean, there's some, they're called mentor protege programs. Almost every Fortune 500 company has one. Toyota has one. GM has one that I know of. Walmart has one. Pepsi has one. So a lot of the universities have mentor protege programs. Hmm.
I mean, but no, anyone who just started one as like their own business though, separate from the bigger brands. Like, how can I say it? Like, if I had a training center, or if I my
Hmm.
business was a training center,
Hmm.
and I'm saying I'm training,
Hmm.
I don't know, I'm training people to be teachers. I'm just gonna like
Oh,
tutors.
yeah.
I'll say
Yes.
tutors. I won't say
Yeah.
teachers. Can are those able to get like government contracts and stuff like
Girl,
that?
please. Yes. I'm working on a program right now and I'm leaving tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. I'm driving to Shreveport, Louisiana. It's only 2.5 hours from Dallas.
Oh,
And so we are creating a entrepreneur program for one of the elementary schools as a pilot program. Because you got to know your research on certain cities, and in that, Shreveport, Louisiana is 0.68% above poverty. And so when you look at that city, you have to look at what is the jobs available for skill sets, and normally it's hospitality, catering. So now we need to, and there's no, they're not teaching trades in the schools. So these kids are just, they're getting out of school, whether they go to college or not, they can't get a job because they don't have a trade other than you're going to be a bus boy or a cook or a sous chef or something like that. But we are doing more than that. So we are teaching them really how to start a successful business, how to be an entrepreneur, how to grow that business, right? How to, make that business thrive. So, and it takes a village. So that's what we're gonna do. And so yeah, Yane, this is your wheelhouse. I'm surprised you haven't done it yet.
yeah, no, because we only teach it in the summer, and then we hold our business expo for there. So I'm still doing it. But that you give me some ideas, because we were definitely brainstorming last night on how to. I'm in the middle of a revamp.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm in the
And we
middle of
all revamp. If you're not doing a revamp at some point of your business, I'm trying to understand your business, because we've all had to revamp, revisit, reshift, remove. We've
yeah,
all had to do it. And
yes,
so even for us, yeah, Shreveport is I have my eye on Shreveport because of the demographic there and the household makeup. So right. So when you look, but then I look at what's going to Shreveport, what companies are coming there, because the one thing I learned is that you cannot create economic development. You have to attract it. So what makes Shreveport attractive for economic development? And so they got land, and they got land that's anyway. So then you got your Amazons and your Chick-fil-A's, and all of them are moving there, right? And then you have the Shreveport is the biggest intermodal. So you like, wait a minute, they got trains. How many train engineers are out of Shreveport? You can't find one,
right,
right? How many of them, then they're building a hospital. How many of them are going to be nurses? It's the percentage is so low because they only push be a busboy, be in hospitality, cook, and
yeah. We're
we're
so
too
beyond that.
vast for that. Yeah,
We're
we're vast.
yeah, yeah, we're beyond that.
So whatever city you target, Yane, all you're doing is just making sure that you're gonna get through. It's three wins to any proposal. I don't wait for you to tell me you're gonna put it on. I'm gonna tell you this is what you need, and I got the answer.
Mm, we have to talk. We have to talk.
Yeah.
Um, I've been there is so much going on right now. I mean, just in the business space, political space, there's a lot of things, different things going on. But I will bring up what you brought up, because I was having a conversation about AI. Now, I've been trying to get the people that look like you, people that look like me, to have more conversations around this artificial intelligence stuff. It's not going anywhere, but we can decide how we want to utilize those things in our own businesses and infrastructures if we're having the right conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Because you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be, technically, people are already late, because I've been asking people about that space since 2017. And I actually had did a call out, was like, hey, who's in AI? No, or even virtual reality, period. I put who's in VR. And then this lady came on to tell me about being a virtual assistant. I was like, that's not what I'm asking. We having two different conversations. It's not the same thing. I'm talking about virtual reality, not a virtual assistant. I don't need that. That's not even the same, miss. Without, making somebody feel bad. But I was like, no, just have a seat now. Put your finger down. Don't raise your hand no more. Um, but I was just actually talking last night or the night before with the chat GPT stuff, right? And this thing is bad now. I done sat there, I done seen it do an outline for people books. I didn't see it connect to another AI platform doing a video. This man did a whole video. Mama, listen to this. Just listen to this for a second. He was like, people are doing these snippets and these reels and stuff. If TikTok comes down, we had a discussion too. Like, people, if you built your base on that, you definitely want to make sure that you have other ways for your audience to connect with you beyond
Right.
TikTok, because if
Mhm.
the government decides to take it down, you've lost your whole audience.
Right.
However, Facebook and Instagram have these reels, and so we know reels aren't going anywhere. So you just need to make sure you're showing up in those other spaces. But the man had a fitness. I don't know if he's supposed to be a wellness coach, fitness coach, whatever. Health and wellness, I know it's big. This is very big. And he used the chat GPT to build out his outline of what they were going to say in the video. Then went to another AI platform that does video. They had auto, you tell it what you want. It got a man up there doing push-ups. This man has never been seen in the video. Like the person created it, he ain't showed up yet.
We ain't seen them.
The brother is working out, doing these push-ups, and they have his voice over it with why it's important to work out, exercise, and da da da. And boom, done. You just change, maybe you want to change the man's short set outfit that he got on, or something like that. And I mean, it's already done. And I was just like, this is a game changer if
Mm-hmm.
you're utilizing it in this way to help market your business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's some more learning to do in the space.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want people who look like us to miss out on the learning aspect. I'm not down for everything, but that part there, so that you can still stay active in these social media streets, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's game changing.
She said these social media streets.
Yes, because I mean that's where everybody's at, right? So you just
Yeah.
figure out what platform works for your business best and go hard with it. We met a sister this weekend, 7 figures off of TikTok, and she ain't dance.
Man.
And I said, you didn't dance. I ain't dance. Interesting. Okay.
Don't you just love it when you
Okay.
meet people that are just doing things out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary. There is that's why I just said I don't know, but I feel like as a person in business or entrepreneur, there's like this high wave you get. Like I mean, it has its low moments. I'm gonna be transparent. It definitely has some lows, but when you get into this runs conference and these other areas, and you meet people that are doing different things other than what you're doing, it's very inspiring and very intriguing. It's like I didn't even think of that. I didn't even know that you
Mm-hmm.
could do that.
Mm-hmm. 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 Girl, look, we are out here. We're doing, I'm telling you, it's a lot going on, girl. You look at all the
It
money now out here where you can buy the whole city block, right? I'm working with a girl now where she's teaching class how to buy the block, and it is just like off the chain. I'm like, wait a minute, is this simple to buy the whole block wholesale? And then if I get the general contractor to set it aside as a minority owned platform where you have to use 40%, I can get a percentage of my money back. We just been out here doing some stuff,
wait,
girl.
wait.
Yes.
Rewind that. Hold up. Are you trying to say, let me be the student now? Did I hear we can buy the block
You can buy the whole block,
and
wholesale,
I get the wholesale part,
the wholesale. Uh-huh.
but then work with the general contractor?
To make it a minority certified MWBE build out, right? So let's say you want to build a bunch of row houses or whatever houses, or I don't know what you want to build, but you put that build into the program that you send, okay, whoever the prime contractor, general contractor, he has to use 40% minority owned businesses on the bill. So you're going to get a percentage of your money back.
Mm.
So, girl, look, I'm working with a bad sister out here in Dallas. We've been going all around. We just got in from LA. We were going to go to Shreveport, but we'll be in Killeen, Texas. We'll be in Chicago in April. Just really teaching people how to buy the block. You don't even, the money you were going to use to lease a building, especially on the commercial side, take that money. Because, I'll say, this, especially in southern states, or it could
Mm.
be anywhere. If you can find a cemetery where there is a old slave buried in the back or an old buffalo soldier, I'm gonna tell you, you can make that into a historical landmark or a historical marker. Man, you can't foreclose on a historical marker. We can get into that some other time. Girl, look, it is
No,
some stuff
no,
going on out here
no.
in these streets. I'm
It's
telling you.
not, you did, don't put the appetizer out there like that and snatch it back now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Man, it is a lot going on. I'm telling you, we've been working with a lot of churches. We've been
Hey,
working with a lot of nonprofit organizations on that. on building how to build a church with no
So
money.
hold on. So do I just I just need to relocate. I need you trying to tell me I just need to leave New York. That's what
I
you
didn't.
tell
I did not say that.
me. And that's
New
what you
Yorkers, y'all know I love y'all in New York. I am not telling
yeah,
y'all
but
guys to leave.
we don't have that type of
No.
space. Not no, not in New York City. You have to leave out of New York City to go get that type
Well,
of
yeah.
stuff. But yes, but I've been trying to talk to my husband about some sunshine in our lives. We don't have to have New York winters. You understand? So
Lord Jesus.
but I am feeling what you just said. And I do believe that we need more of us buying the block and reshaping our communities. I
Yes.
think that if the youth see more of us doing exactly what you said, exactly what you said, we would reduce the stress levels in our community, the poverty levels in our community,
Hmm.
and God
It's a
willing, the
way
crime
for us to
too.
take back our own community
Yeah,
and to use those programs that are designated for us because I'm on this government contracting space. I see a lot of times we don't even show up to bid. We show up for handout. We show up for a job. I'm like, that's not what this is about. This
right.
is to grow your business. You got to come ready to do the work. You got to have the insurance. You got to have the people. You can't say I'm gonna build $1 million building. It's just me.
Wait, no, I couldn't get to it fast enough. Wait, no.
I'm gonna do the roof. I'm gonna put the roof on the floor. I'm gonna build it. I'm gonna frame it. I'm gonna pour the concrete. I'm gonna put in the air conditioning system. I'm gonna do everything by myself, bro. No, you can't do that. That ain't how this works. They want this building done in about 3 months. Can you do that? Now, well, no. Come on, y'all. We
Yeah.
gotta stop. We gotta stop the foolishness.
Well, this is also interesting too. I was talking to a woman earlier this morning, just about managing hotels and stuff. Because I'm like, owning, I get everybody with the owning the multiple properties and holding them for the rents and all that stuff. That's great. That it's a great way to build the real estate portfolio. But I'm like, I don't want to be dealing with tenants. But a small little boutique hotel,
Mhm,
yes. Something that's doable and manageable. You don't have to be the Hiltons or the Hyatt, but something that's nice and that's doable.
mhm. And
I
now
mean, I
depends
know
on where
people in
you
my
are.
area.
You can probably, if that, so when you're looking to do something like that, all you're going to do is go to a city where it's needed, right? And then you start talking about the benefits and how many jobs it's going to bring to that community. Now you probably get some grant monies from your unemployment office to for your project, right, to build. You're probably, let's say how many veterans are in that community, which means you got to do your so now they may get some dollars on the federal side dealing with veterans. So you got when you're getting ready to do something like that, there is so much now you start talking about grant money, there's grant money. It's just like when we open up a brick and mortar, we don't think to go to our city and ask for tax incentive funds,
Mm. That
right?
that is hold on. Because and I'm going to tell you why that is huge. A couple of years ago, Amazon was coming to my neighborhood. Everyone was so upset because they basically were kind of getting the space for free,
Mhm.
right? And
Right.
so there shouldn't be allowed these tax incentives and all this other type of stuff. People were out here protesting. And so
Y'all could have been at home eating cake because now they took me
listen,
to some bakeries in New York. I know where
listen,
they are.
listen. So I'm sitting there. I don't even know. I'm gonna just tell part of the story. I can't go into detail. I gotta still keep some of my connections. But I'm like, well, one of the people is no longer in the government. So I'll just put it like this. Y'all got some of the wrong people at this table in this conversation. And y'all having the wrong ideas because they're like, oh, at Amazon come in, our people won't be the ones getting those jobs and this, that, and the third. Okay, that's a sound argument, but there's other things that you can get. And so what they did was to try to at least even the hearts that were getting all flared up was, well, we could do training, and they were going to let a certain amount of people from the projects and stuff get free training from Amazon in their space if you let us continue to rock out. Do you know these
People.
people? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Were like, no. And I said, what part of the stupid tree did y'all fall from? And I'm just gonna
Stupid.
just say, yes, the stupid tree.
Yeah, you're
Do
using the
you
same word.
know what the training part could do? Because we're not in the sciences space, we're not in the tech space, we're not, it's not. Do you know what the training can do? If
Right.
you get trained, nobody said you had to go take your training and work at Amazon. You could take the training and go work somewhere else. I'm
There you
pretty
go.
sure saying you got trained at Amazon will open the door for you somewhere else because people respect the brands and the company. You understand?
Right.
And so they wasn't even thinking on that level. And so I was highly upset and was like, who keeps inviting the people from that tree to the table? And this is what I'm saying. They done found somebody's cousin who don't know nothing about business, know nothing about negotiations, know nothing about opportunity. I said, do you know y'all just closed the window for those of us in the nonprofit space to utilize this leverage? Yes, you guys are here on this tax incentive. What are you guys doing for the nonprofits in the community? I was trying to bring my place to the table. My babies need books.
Hmm.
My babies need opportunities. We can get internships for the kids.
We gotta talk. Do your baby needs tablets?
Mm, part of me want to say yes, and part of me want to say no. But okay, yeah, I don't. I'm in this revamp session. I have to tell you that in a
Okay.
separate time. But
We'll talk separately.
yes, but yeah, I don't know. It's just I was just so hurt and disappointed to see that opportunity leave the community.
Right.
And it was necessary. I mean, we had people protesting over here like it was a free line market for free bread or something. I never seen so many people in my life upset about this one company coming into the town. And I said, but we can get other things out of this. I don't care that
Right.
they're not paying rent.
Right. But they offer them TIF grants. And we can go in there and ask for TIF grants too, but we don't think to do that, right? Because we're too busy running from the IR and the S, right? We
Mm.
too busy trying to do bootleg business.
Well,
So just
well,
like when and I'll say this, hey, when Jerry Jones built his stadium in Arlington, Texas, I live in Arlington, Texas. My office is not, but my I live there. And he got a 20 million dollar. He doesn't have to pay taxes for 21 years. Toyota moved to Dallas. They don't have to pay taxes for 20 years. But they ain't say nothing about that. So you can go to your city, your parish, your whatever, and find out what is your tax incentive uh, fund for you. And it may not be 10 years or 3 year taxes. It may be, hey,
right.
we'll do the build out, or, we'll pay for your staff for 2 or 3 months. Who knows? It differs from city to city, community to community, but at least go and ask for it.
Right. And I didn't even think of that. So thank you for that gem. Okay. I told you, girl, I got a page full of notes. That's all I'm gonna say. I got a page full of notes. Because it's so sad that we miss out on these opportunities. And part of it's because you don't know, but part
Right,
of it is like you just said, we're just not even showing up to the rooms.
right,
And the main thing you got to do is just show up.
right.
Just
You're
show
right.
up.
It's in the show up. It's in the show up, but we don't even show up. I did an event yesterday, Yanni. It was called Show Me the Contract Dallas. And
Ooh.
so I said, we're going to bring the little contracts, anything under $25,000, you can ask for today, right?
Mm.
So it was in the show up. So people are like, are you gonna stream it? I said, it's in the show up, girl. This is government. You gotta show up.
I don't know why people think like, is it because of the pandemic? Everybody thinks somebody's supposed to bring something to them.
I don't know. This is not Uber. This is not Uber Eats government. I mean, they ain't gonna put the contract in an Uber and send it to you. They're just not gonna do it. You gotta show up. You had to show up with your capability statement. That's all I asked you. It wasn't for me. It was for them. I must have had 10 agencies out there. And I kept getting these, well, you should have streamed it live. You should have. I'm not doing that. You got to show up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
it's
Wow.
amazing. We gotta. I think everybody's word this year should be accountability. We got to be
Yes.
accountable first to ourselves, right?
Yes.
We got to show up in our own business. You know, all these baby boss. I'm a super boss. I'm a girl boss. I'm a lady boss. You're not the boss. Stop. Stop being the boss and just show up. Right? I got employees and I don't want to be the boss. Trust me. I think tomorrow I'm gonna start asking if I can take a 10-minute break. I don't want to be the boss. I've seen the job. I don't want it. I want to be the person that's going out hunting, getting opportunities so we can grow. Free
Yes.
me up, right? You can be the boss, run the office, right? Let me go out and build relationships that's going to bring in some, let me go out and hunt and bring in some opportunity. That's
Yes.
all I want to do, right? I can build some relationships.
Yes.
But me sitting in this office and these phones ringing, yes, Lord, thank you. We want the phones to ring, but we got people that can answer those, right?
Yeah.
Let me go out and build a relationship. Let me go out and fight in my look. I'm fighting in other people community, y'all know. It ain't got nothing to do with my. I'm just out here fighting for no reason. I'm all over in Shreveport fighting. I'm in LA fighting. Girl, look, I don't even live there. I'm just out here fighting, just out in these streets, girl. What? Who did what? I'm on my way. When the city council meeting, I'm coming. They gonna give us some tickets, girl. Look, I'm just over there. All you gotta do is
No,
tell me
but
to
we
fight.
we we need it because when they think that they're getting over, or they can get over, and it's mostly because we don't have representation. I mean, I
Right.
seen it too. I sit on the city council community board here, and yeah, I always tell people, but we not in the room. We not in the room when these businesses are coming, or actually when the developers are coming.
Yeah.
They have to come to this table. And if we're not there to say, hey, how is this going to impact our neighborhood and our community,
There you go.
then you don't have, you can't, you come too late. We always get in there too late. Too late, just too late.
Because
It's
we,
already
we
been
were
built out.
waiting. We were waiting for Uber Eats to bring it to us.
Yeah, literally, literally. It's
But
just,
then we're the first people. We're the loudest people to complain though.
yeah, yeah.
So,
We
like
got to
I
be the
said,
loudest people we got to become the loudest people at the bank and in these government contracts.
yeah, I think, like I said, I think accountability starts with us. We got to be accountable first to ourselves, right? If you're going to be in business, what is your accountability to yourself, to your business? Now let's go out and change the community. Then we can change the world. But if we're not showing up, even first for ourselves, we definitely can't show up for somebody else.
So, again, a little off topic. That brings me to me doing goals and stuff, right? And so I know some people are looking like, where did she come from with this goal coach stuff and all this other stuff? But technically I've been doing it since 2016, all right? And so, and then I said to someone else who had the question, I work with children. Anytime you're working with children, we're always setting goals,
Yeah,
right? We got goals and stuff all the time. And so you're right. When you're setting goals and you want to achieve them, you have to be held accountable. And I'm wondering if in this space we're not having enough goals, or maybe big enough goals, to keep us in the running to be accountable to show up in these spots. How do
hmm
you run away from something you want?
because it gets hard. It gets challenging.
Yeah.
We won't go and learn our craft or perfect our craft, right?
Yeah.
Because it gets, hey, entrepreneurship, it's not easy.
No, it's not.
Right? We got ups and downs, highs and lows. You know, you may call me today. I'm like, girl, I just closed a big old deal, girl. Tomorrow, little girl, they stole all the cake. I'm just depressed. You know, you just never know what you're gonna get over here. But
Yeah.
you know what? I have to surround myself with
Yes.
other entrepreneurs that are doing a little bit better than me, or that are trying new things, or trying to have. I'm gonna go over here. I know I'm tired, my feet hurt, but girl, look, if I just, you know what? I believe, and this is me. I believe I'm one handshake away from $1 million deal, but I won't show up because I want you to send it to me and stream it. Sometimes it's in, and it's just me. Today, I was sitting at a table, minding my own business, watching the game, eating some chicken. And next thing I know, there was some football players. I didn't know. I just thought they were some fat guys sitting at the table. Right? But next thing I know, when they found out who I was, oh my God, I heard about you. What can we do to get with you? How did you? Who? I'm just sitting here. I didn't. Huh? So you see what I mean? You just never know. I was just sitting there. They said, they told me you need to follow me on the gram. I'm like, okay, I ain't never on there, but I'll follow you. Right?
Yeah.
And they asked me what I did, and I told them. And the one guy said, I know who you are. You have an office over here. You know this person. I heard about you. I'm like, oh my God. He says, how can I get an appointment with you? This just happened today. You just never know where you're going to be.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
you have to show up every day. And it's not easy. Like today, I'm like, I just want to sit there with a baseball cap on. I did. That's why my hair is all over. Have my little baseball hat on. It's Sunday, and just mind my own chicken eating business. But you know what happened? I ended up just being nice to somebody. I was offering to, hey, you want to sit down, And the guy, they said, no, you sit. Let me just, long story short, got a new client out the deal.
Wow.
Just
I
never know.
listen. That's where you have to be ready. You know what I learned this weekend? So, Beyonce father he spoke on Brandon. And at first I was like, yeah, but then I said, well, wait, duh. Look how big Beyonce's brand is.
Mm-hmm.
Take notes. And
Mm-hmm.
so I was said, he discussed himself in his suit and these little tennis shoes that he had on. It's like, but this is my brand. This is how people know when it's me, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, I will not go to another event, conference wise, in that type of space, without my own gear on. I'm not. You need to see one of those logos. I'm gonna say which logo because I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what shirt I'm wearing yet. But I don't know if I should put one on the front, one logo on the front, one logo on the back. But that was my biggest takeaway. Stop showing up without your brands being present.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm in the airport. My luggage is branded. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't look, baby. Don't Google me. Scan me. And yeah, my luggage is branded. Look. I wear my logo colors to the airport. I'm like, I got to buy some more royal blue. I'm running out of blue. And that's how I show up at the airport. My luggage is branded. Uh, hey, and it's funny. You'll be standing there in TSA, and somebody you can see them taking a picture of your suitcase. Gone. Take a picture. You don't Google me, scan me, baby, because you need me. And it's just you just never know. So
Wait.
that's me.
I no wait. Okay, so there's an attorney that I met, and she was like, I don't know, she spoke to one of my team members. I brought one of my staff members with me down. And so she was like, I heard about you. I want to connect, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, everybody always need a good attorney.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can
Hmm.
never not have enough attorneys
There
in
you
your life.
go. That's
And
right.
so she said, no, I'm gonna show you something. And she put her finger by my phone and kept tapping it for her information to come up. And I was like, what is that? And she was like, I'll tell you. I have to tell you about it. And I said, what did you just do? Because that's not even, I was like, I was waiting for the QR code because that's what everybody
Yeah.
was doing. And I felt out of place because I'm like, I don't know. I have a QR code for my parents now, but I don't have that for, to connect with me. I might have to do that. And I'm like, how did she do that though? I say, is it in the nail polish? What is, so I can't wait. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you the secret though, because whatever it is, people are finding other ways to connect and make sure that they are a statement that you
Mhm.
remember when you
Yes.
meet them. And I was like, that's also part of your brand. You're giving people something to talk about. Because she blew me away. Because she was like, I didn't go to law school until I was 40 years old. With all, I can think she got like 3 or 4 kids, and I was like, really,
Wow.
really interested. So I don't know. So I can't wait. I can't wait. I like to learn.
Yeah.
But as a person that's connecting out here, I don't know. Do you have one of those hello me's too? Somebody said
I
you got
I do. I have a blink and
that.
I have a hello me.
I just learned what they was this weekend. I'm not gonna lie to you. I said a hello who?
Yeah, I'm in, but I'm in the government space, so they old school. They want a card. But
Yeah.
I do when I meet the y'all age group. I gotta blink, and I do have a hello me. So
What's a blink? Now I didn't even.
blink is just almost same thing. BLINQ.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning. See, I'm gonna I have to write these things down. I'm telling you, this is why you gotta continue to be outside in these streets. You gotta learn. I was like, I
Hmm.
was sitting there like, a hello who? Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know what you're
you
talking
gotta
about.
have it. You gotta have it. You just never know. I mean,
I,
now when I do it, I'm a little old school because I ain't gonna remember where I met you. So then I gotta forward it to myself, to say this is the person that I met, so I can make sure I do my follow up. So
it's into. I mean, listen, technology is very interesting. The way people are out here doing things. I'm still trying to figure out my link tree. So I said, all right.
I can't figure that one out now. When you figure it out, give a sister a tutorial
Yeah,
because I've
no,
been on Linktree
actually,
for Dummies and Linktree one on YouTube. It just ain't working.
I use it for reading for smiles to keep like I do like one open house. I did say I need to get better at doing more of the open houses, but I got a pre-recorded one that's already there. So just go to the link tree, watch the video at your leisure, and then you can email me those questions that you have. But I promise you, if you really watch the whole video, I will have answered everything. But I know people. And then I have free assessments on there for people's children's for the different
Okay.
grade levels. So they can do that. And I'm telling you, AI boy, there's an app that allows for the testing. I built the testing part and it scores it and sends them the score after they take it. I ain't got to be sitting here grading nothing.
I love it. I love it.
Ah, so I'm just saying, I mean, there's just still things that's out here that we know you have to have these conversations for. Oh
See,
my God.
see, see.
All right. So, last question.
Okay.
What advice would you give to someone starting their business? What do they need to do or know to succeed? From out the gate.
So you need to be a legal business first. um, and just know, even save all your receipts, especially in your first year, because a lot of times, even if you don't do anything with your business, you're going to at least get that back in your taxes. So you got to do that. That's on your federal
Mhm.
taxes. But you definitely want to go out and start networking. You're your own best commercial, right? So you got to go out and start talking about your business. You got to get out here and just start networking. And it's not always somebody needing to buy your business. Sometimes they may not need what you're selling, right? Because everybody is a service. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you're in construction, whether you're in professional service, whether you're an educator, you are a service. Okay. So, and if they can't, let's say that they can't buy what you're selling, but they may know somebody. So that's your connection. You want to get past the gatekeeper because sometimes it's not the person that you're talking to. So be patient. Figure out how you can grow your business organically. Yes, you can be on social media. Okay, another thing I gotta tell you, you gotta clear up your personal social media pages because you got folks like me that will want to buy what you're selling, but I'm gonna go to your personal page and see what kind of person you are. And if you're ratchet on your personal page, I'm not gonna buy from you professionally. It's just who I am, and there's others of us out here the same way. So clean up your social media pages. You are a brand. You are a business. Clean it up. If you don't know how to do flyers and your graphics, hire somebody. Make sure you know your color codes, right? So all of your graphics look the same color blue or the same color green, right? I don't need to see hunter green and money green and mint green. Which is your green, ma'am, sir? So get out there. Don't be afraid to talk to people. We just people, right? Talk to us, ask us, hey, what do you do? Don't be a used car salesman. Go out there, talk to people, build some relationships organically, and then do your follow up. The power is in the follow up. Hey, I
Mhm.
just want to thank you so much for talking to me at the event. And we shared so many comments. I don't know, talk about the dogs. You got a dog? I got a dog too. Oh my God, we both love dogs. Next thing you know, now you're exchanging business. Who knows what is going to be that little simple thing that's going to spark a business relationship? So that's where it starts. That's my advice. That is my advice. If I can give any advice, that would be it. Build relationship. Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
that was first of all, you went through a whole rapid fire. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this myself to catch the jewels that you just dropped. All right. That is true though. You oh my god, the whole Brandon thing, that is hilarious. What are your colors?
We don't know. We using all kind of colors. We don't know. It's blue.
It's blue.
Sky
Oh
blue,
my
royal
god.
blue, powder blue. It's just blue. Everything is my no, ma'am. No, sir.
Too funny, too funny. Again, runconference.org. Show up July 15th. Dallas, Texas is where it's going down. I'm going to recap for y'all real quickly. Just listen to what she said. Women truck owning companies. Okay. One, doing business with the government, contracts and compliance, doing business with Dubai, doing I'm still stuck on ankle monitoring, but I'm gonna let it go because it's like, what? How to do business with the World Cup. These are game changers for anybody's business, let alone for Ellen, any one of us that want to get in the global space and really expand. But I will say, you do have to have your stuff in order and able to do any type of expansion. So we
Hmm.
can talk about expansion all day, but please have your back office in order.
Hmm.
Oh man, wow, that was whoa, that was so good. That was so good. I don't know. We're gonna have to bring you back again. I have to bring you back again. This was too much for one episode. I'm just gonna say that. Tahiri says she signed up already, so I don't know what Tahiri bringing, but Lord have mercy.
You got Tawiri Armstrong. That's the by the black girl.
No, no, Tahiri
Oh, Tajiri.
Tajiri.
Tajiri Brackets. But
Yes.
she's on that same tour with us.
Yeah. She Tajiri. I said, I don't know, girl. Y'all Texas girls is something else.
She's got her first conference coming up called the Oz Experience. It is going to be awesome in Houston, Texas. So I'm going to get a whole caravan of folks. We're going to drive from Dallas 4 hours down to Houston so we can have the Oz Experience. You know who I'm looking for? Fleetwood Coupe de Ville. That's the lion, y'all. That's my dude, Fleetwood girl. I'm going to see what Fleetwood talking about.
Oh Lord. I gotta I gotta come to Texas. I gotta get back in Texas. I do.
You know
I
we
do.
love you when you came here. You know, I'm
Yes.
like, what? My baby's here. Everybody gonna work with her. You tell her how to get over here. Tell her how to get over there. Tell her.
Yeah. I gotta come back to Texas. I do. I do. I do. Well, Mama Bradford, I thank you for all these nuggets. You done gave me an extra high on top of my high, and now I got more work to do. I'm gonna be busy for the next couple weeks because I'm like, ain't nobody tell me about no TIF grants in this community. I need to find out what's happening over here.
They
Yeah,
got them. They got them tax incentives. Open up a business. Yeah, you get. They ain't gonna tell you about them. Then you better know it.
that part, that part,
Hmm.
that part. Oh man, listen, are you doing any masterminds this year or no?
Yeah, well, I am doing a mastermind. I'm doing some mentoring. As a matter of fact, we'll be in Atlanta on February 17th, doing a mastermind there. Then I won't do another one until on Run for Run. But yeah, we're doing one out in Atlanta. You know, our girl Naomi has moved to Atlanta. Wendy Talley has moved to Atlanta. I'm like, what's going on in Atlanta? Well, we're gonna be in Atlanta on February 17th. I'm doing a mastermind there, and we're gonna do some work-life balance too. So we're gonna
Okay.
go walking in Michelle Obama's park, and we're gonna go to Chateau Elan, which is a black-owned castle, but it's a winery. So we're gonna do a little wine tasting.
Chateau, wait, Chateau who? Wait,
Chateau Elan.
what? Okay, okay. We got so much talking to do. Okay, because I got questions that I can't be seen on this YouTube stuff.
Nah.
All right, all right. Well, I thank you so much for everything you've done and shared with us. Again, people, listen, even if you don't know what your business could be yet, into the space of Run Conference, get to know people, get to network and stuff like that, because you don't know who can bring the knowledge to you that can really help you get started with your business. And you know, and it can be it, listen, we ain't say you jump out the window and become the next Macy's today. We know it takes time for that type of stuff. But the tax incentives and different things, there's breaks and stuff that you can get from being having your own business and then learning from others in the
Yeah.
rooms that Cassandra herself is even putting together. And so, Texas Mom, I thank you. I thank you. I
Oh, my
thank
little
you.
baby.
Oh, listen, y'all, if y'all hit the like button, share and subscribe, come back, take your notes. I know how y'all people do. Okay. And that's it. Cassandra, thank
Thank
you.
you, Yanni. I had a ball. Look forward to
Th-
talking to you again.
Yes.
All right. Bye bye.
Thanks for joining Shatter the Glass with Yonne. Tune in next time to hear more breakthroughs. But before you go, share, like, and subscribe.